Time to smash bad guys!
Mr. Stark, there's a Harold Hogan on line 2 for you. Mr. Stark, there's Miss Bambi and...
Welcome, and good day to you. I am Edwin Jarvis, personal butler to Mr. Anthony Stark. This area is where Mr. Stark carries out the research and development of his Iron Man suit. As you can imagine, the body armor has become so complex that a staff of technicians is required. You may walk around and inspect the facilities. I believe you'll already find several of your compatriots here.
Yeah. The name's Jack Hammer, but you can call me Weasel. Everyone does. Yeah, and don't worry, I came in through the back. No one saw me. Wyatt Wingfoot gave me a damaged laptop. Said you heroes wanted to know what data was on it? Yeah, that laptop holds security information for a building called the Imperium. I can find out, but you'll have to get me the password into S.H.I.E.L.D.'s priority files. Oh, there's 3 possibilities. Jacob Fury, Baron Strucker, or Gabriel Jones. Talk to Vision. He'll be able to help. Hey, how's it going? It definitely belongs to the Black Widow. It's got her fingerprints all over it. For most techs, it would have been a lost cause, but for me, I managed to drag up a few tidbits of information. It mostly dealt with a building called the Imperium. I don't know, but that laptop had the layout of the building and all kinds of information about the security. I can, but you need to get me Fury's password into S.H.I.E.L.D.'s priority files. I bet I'll find everything you want to know. My sources tell me it's one of 3 possibilities. Jacob Fury, Baron Strucker, or Gabriel Jones. That's what I need you to find out. Talk to Vision. He'll be able to help. Thanks. When you get back from Atlantis, I'll have all the information you need. Sure. Anytime.
I must admit, I find news of a S.H.I.E.L.D. outpost near Atlantis very intriguing. Now I know the extent S.H.I.E.L.D. is willing to go to gather information on countries with closed borders. Indeed it does. And now I wonder if perhaps S.H.I.E.L.D. doesn't have an outpost hidden there. We have the largest deposit of vibranium in the world. To open our borders would be an invitation to those who would conquer us. Over the centuries, fools have tried. But the Black Panther is always there to stop them. Indeed I am. Victor Von Doom has created a sizable army of supervillains. I don't know, but Doom must have a truly grand scheme to risk attacks on the helicarrier and the Omega base. You are quite welcome.
Stark Tower's a beauty, isn't she? I consider her one of my greatest achievements. No problem. Our little task force needed a base, so it seemed like the thing to do. I wasn't worried about the cost. That is, until S.H.I.E.L.D. and I had our little disagreement. More like they had trouble with me. I wanted out of the weapons business. I can't tell you how many breach of contract suits they filed. That was just the beginning. Suddenly I had trouble getting building permits, filing patents. Don't get me started on how my taxes changed. I'm not sure exactly. One morning I realized I needed to do more than just amass wealth. I wanted to help people, and weapons aren't that helpful. You really don't need that many billions to get by. No, my life's taking a new course. I want to be remembered for helping lives, not destroying them. Anytime, my friend. Anytime at all.
The Black Widow is up to something, I just know it. Did you see how nervous she was on the helicarrier? Sure looks like it. She must have been trying to get that laptop to the enemy during the helicarrier battle. Yes. That laptop shows all security systems for the building. And from the looks of those systems, the Imperium must hold something valuable. Not yet. She's his second in command. We're going to need some pretty strong evidence to shake Fury's faith in her. Yes. Colonel Fury's trust doesn't come easily, and once given, it's nearly impossible to break. Okay, so Daredevil and I were close several years back. And the Black Widow and Daredevil were close not so long ago. No, I'm not. I'm long over Daredevil. If he can find happiness with the Black Widow, I wish them both the best. You're welcome.
I do hate to impose, but if you see a cufflink somewhere in Stark Tower, could you return it to me? It was lost by Mr. Stark, and it has extreme sentimental value to him. My name is Edwin Jarvis, and I'm Mr. Anthony Stark's butler, as well as the butler for the Avengers. You could say it runs in my blood. My mother and father worked for Mr. Stark's parents. It is a dream of Mr. Stark's that was 4 years in the making. The top 3 floors are his living quarters. The rest of the building houses his business interests. No, not any longer. Mr. Stark recently had a change of heart concerning that particular field of industry. This is primarily where new Iron Man suits are built for Mr. Stark. Oh, indeed he does. But as his designs have grown more and more complex, he has required assistance in manufacturing them. It was my pleasure.
Colonel Fury, Red Ralston is on line 6. Warning, a small thermonuclear device is missing and Deadpool's
Welcome, my friend.
weapons lab.
Do you require information? Namor is the first known hybrid of Homo sapiens and Homo mermanus, humans and merpeople. He can breathe water and air, but if he's away from water too long, he will begin to weaken. As with most merpeople, he has an inborn distrust of surface dwellers, and true to his belligerent nature, Namor can take his distrust to the extreme. The Atlanteans are distant cousins to your race. Having evolved on the ocean floor, it is impossible for them to breathe air.
Happy birthday, Mr. Grimm.
Because they live in the extreme conditions of the ocean, merpeople are very hardy. They are stronger than humans, can swim up to 30 miles per hour, and live to be over 150 years of age. I know it's a name Colonel Fury would just as soon forget. Jacob Fury was so jealous of his older brother's success that he turned to a life of crime. Yes, and to make matters worse, the Colonel was forced to kill Jacob. So you can see why Colonel Fury does not care to dwell on that name. I would suggest you talk to the Black Widow about that name. I am glad to be of assistance.
Warning, a small thermonuclear device is missing and Deadpool was last seen in the weapons lab.
Hi, it's good to see you. Do you need something? The mutant amplifier vastly augments any mutant's natural power. So a psychic that can lift a book will become powerful enough to lift a bus.
Miss Bambi and Miss Heather
Yes,
are waiting
but
for
it
you
has
to
some
respond,
serious side
Mr.
effects.
Stark.
The amplifier causes damage to the DNA of any mutant it's used on. Not much. The serum's only worked on Captain America. There's something very peculiar about his physique. That, plus the doctor who originally developed it, is dead. He'd wind up with a bunch of muscle-bound beasts, just like you saw in the Omega.
Mr. Stark,
They're psychotic, violent, unable to take orders. Not exactly what you'd want from an army. Ah, there's no problem at all.
There's Miss Bambi and Miss Heather here in the main lobby to see you. The nanotechnology team will be meeting in the
I wish I could go to
Atlantis.
Atlantis with you, Cap. It's a fantastic sight.
So I hear, sir. I just hope we can be of help to Namor.
Red Ralston is on line 6.
SHIELD's directive is to keep the world peace. To do that, we have to monitor the activities of every major civilization.
A small thermonuclear device is missing, and Deadpool was last seen in the weapons lab.
I'm sure they wouldn't be too happy, and that's why they aren't going to find out about it.
The President is on line 5, Colonel Fury.
We realize now that Doom had no intention of commandeering the helicarrier. They attacked to draw additional security forces there. Correct. The Omega and the experiments it held was their prime objective all along.
Announced that today is Ben Grimm's 65th birthday. Happy birthday, Mr.
Dugan's still
Grimm.
trying to sort things out, but apparently the base sustained only minor damage. Yes, they'd been locked in a cold storage unit on level 3. Aside from some minor cases of frostbite, everyone was fine. You're welcome.
Mr. Stark, there's Miss Bambi.
We just received a message from Namorita, the cousin of Namor. Apparently, there is a riot going on in Atlantis.
The nanotechnology team
Unknown, but for some reason, the Atlanteans have forcibly removed Namor from his throne.
Colonel Fury, Red Ralston is on line 6.
Yes, which means something is seriously wrong. See Wyatt when you are ready to go to S.H.I.E.L.D.'s outpost in Atlantis.
Warning, a small thermonuclear device is missing, and
We do not know. He has been a fair and just ruler for many years. The people love him. Perhaps, but Namor has always been kind to his people. There has to be some other explanation for this mass hysteria. When Mer people and surface dwellers first met, there was quite a bit of hostility. There were even several invasion attempts. The relationship between our two races is lukewarm at best. The Mer people prefer to keep us at arm's distance. Once you reach our Atlantis outpost, you will be infected with a special nanotechnology. Mr. Fantastic and Dr. Pym had a hand in developing it. It will allow you to breathe water with no discomfort. You will also be able to move along the bottom of the ocean, as if you were moving on dry land. I would not say that name too loud. He is a leader of Hydra, and a longtime nemesis of Colonel Fury. You should ask Colonel Fury about Mr. Jones. My apologies. I should have given it to him as soon as we arrived. Please, take this to him. You are quite welcome.
Well done on the Omega mission. You have the same success in Atlantis? Gabe? Heck yes. He's a great guy. Back in the day, he was one of my Howling Commandos. He still is. Gabe's one of my top advisors. He saved me from making serious mistakes more times than I care to remember. You're welcome.
Johnny Storm would like you to announce that today is Ben Grimm's
Hello again. How may I...
Happy birthday, Mr. Grimm.
Hey, how's... Thanks. When you get back from Atlantis, I'll have all the information you need. Thanks.
Hello, my friend. I trust all is well. You are...
What can I do for you? You're...
Ah, splendid. You located the missing cufflink. It was a gift from Miss Virginia Potts when she had been Mr. Stark's secretary. It was my pleasure.
Mr. Stark, there's a Harold Hogan on line 2 for you. Mr. Stark, there's Miss Bambi and Miss Heather here in the main lobby to see you.
Could I ask a big favor of you?
The nanotechnology...
Would you ask Dr. Pym if he could take a look at the Quinjet's data feed to Stark Tower? It cuts out every once in a while.
Colonel Fury, Red Ralston is on
Are you
line
kidding?
6.
Mr. Stark built this jet as tough as they come. No problem. She's completely submersible.
Warning, a small thermonuclear device...
Anytime at all, friend.
And this was last seen in the weapons lab. The President is on line 5, Colonel Fury.
Welcome, my friend. Do you require information?
Main lobby, Mr. Stark.
I am...
Hi, it's good to see you. Do you need something? Ah, that's right. The Quinjet's comm line to the Stark Tower was cutting out. I'll take care of that right away. Ah.
Mr. Stark, there's a Harold Hogan on line 2 for you. Mr. Stark, there's Miss Bambi and Miss Heather here in the main lobby to see you.
Hi. It's good to see you.
Listen up, people. We've been sent here to investigate a situation in Atlantis.
What kind of situation we talking about here, Cap?
An hour ago, Namorita sent a message saying a riot's taking place. A crowd broke into the throne room of Atlantis and dragged Namor off his throne.
Why would the Atlanteans riot? They love Namor.
I don't know. Namorita had to stop transmitting before she could give any details.
How are we to handle a mission in the undersea conditions of Atlantis?
There's nanotechnology at this outpost that will let us breathe and move normally through the water. I want to remind you, the Atlanteans aren't exactly big fans of us surface dwellers.
What if they become violent?
Defend yourselves. We have to help Namor any way we can. He's a valuable ally. That's it. Let's be careful out there.
They ain't gonna know what hit them.
Good. Locate the nanochamber and activate it. Once the nanites are in your bloodstream, you're free to enter the water.
Surface dwellers seek to invade our home. Yes, Namor is afraid of the surface dwellers. And for that, he had to pay. Now, you will too.
Should have left Hulk alone. You are too weak to fight.
I like this.
require no aid. My people are under some type of mind control. I must save them.
Namor, you have to rest. Here, take this medicine. Don't worry. The drug only rendered him unconscious. He's in no condition to fight. If you went to the ancient temple of Negretti, you'd find seaweed I can use to heal Namor. My people are being brainwashed by devices called sonic emitters. It's part of Atuma's scheme to steal the throne from my cousin. He's a barbarian chief who's always thought he was destined to conquer Atlantis. Looks like he might be right.
You've got that right. The Guardians are trained to protect the temple against all invaders, surface dwellers in particular. You need to find an extremely rare plant known as whalic seaweed. It's very valuable and will be well protected.
You are too weak to fight.
All right! That's gonna leave a bruise.
That is an Eye of Negretti. Take it. The priests of the temple use them to open locks.
Too puny to fight.
Need a hand.
Left Hulk
destroy the trespassers.
Good. Get back here fast. That seaweed doesn't last long after it's picked. Let me open up a whirlpool for you. It'll bring you right back to my location.
Good. You've got the ingredients. Give me a minute.
What's this? I dreamt my people were in danger, and my realm was stolen from me.
It's no dream, cousin. A tomb has taken your throne and enslaved your people. But you're still much too weak to fight.
No, I'll not forsake my people in their time of need. Very well. I had not thought you surface dwellers were capable of such kindness. If you succeed, I will be forever in your debt.
You're near the sonic emitters. They're what's making the Atlanteans so violent. Be very careful now. Atuma would not leave the devices unguarded.
This won't take much longer.
I believe these surface dwellers intend on destroying the sonic emitters, Krang.
Then these humans are as foolish as they are weak, my cousin. They stand no chance against our combined might.
True, but I do savor a chance for battle. I grow bored guarding these devices.
As do I. But acting as guards has put us in Atuma's good graces. And that puts us near the throne.
And down the road, who is to say what might happen to King Atuma, eh, cousin?
My feelings exactly. Now let us dispose of these interlopers and prove to Atuma just how trustworthy we are.
Didn't go right.
Wasn't your day job.
Hulk will never lose.
The energy for that. See you around, sucker.
Thank you. You have saved my life. I am forever in your debt. No, I must repay you. Here is the combination to a safe located in a nearby sunken submarine. Please, use it and take whatever you find.
Good. With the sonic emitters destroyed, my people will eventually return to normal. Now you should get to the throne room of Atlantis as fast as you can. Yes. And who knows what he'll do when he finds out you're ruining his plans.
See you around, sucker. They ain't gonna know what hit them.
Right.
Hulk, take it easy on you.
I don't have enough energy.
Sorry about that.
You never should have come here.
I don't have enough energy.
Hulk just beat you.
Yeah!
Hulk likes this a lot!
Look, Atuma. These must be the ones who've been causing you so much trouble.
Indeed, and they will pay for their transgressions. Your devotion to Namor is pitiful, surface dwellers. He is lost, and as foretold in the Atlantean Chronicles, I will be the ruler of Atlantis.
Don't worry about these idiots, Atuma. Your loyal minions are more than happy to take care of them.
Bub, you're a mess. Guess you didn't want a piece of me. Anybody else want some?
We're on the clock, people. Let's roll.
Yeah.
How dare you enter my throne room, surface dwellers? Kneel before the King of Atlantis! Fools! You will pay for your insolence!
Let me teach them a lesson, Atuma.
No. We will work together, Tiger Shark, and we will make them pay dearly for their transgressions against the King of Atlantis! tell you nothing!
Okay, I'll talk.
Tiger Shark!
I'm not about to face the Atlanteans after what we did. It was the Masters of Evil. They helped Atuma in return for letting them take whatever they wanted from the catacombs. Probably there's a lot there to search through. Okay, who's next?
Left Hulk alone.
This won't take much longer.
This one's down.
Sorry about that.
Hulk likes this a lot!
Finally, my friends, it appears your luck has run out. I trust you're not the only team Colonel Fury has attempting to stop the Masters of Evil. Atuma allowed me free reign of the catacombs in return for the sonic emitters. And I just now located our prize, the Tome of Asarius. I'm sorry, but I have no time for questions. I must be on my way to the Valley of Spirits. But before I go, allow me to summon a little entertainment for you. It's the least I can do.
Many thanks. Atlantis owes you a debt of gratitude. And Namor would like to say something.
Surface dwellers, I'll have you know I was perfectly capable of handling the situation alone. Yes, well, you did. So I suppose I should thank you. You now have my permission to leave Atlantis.
Sorry about that.
This ain't your lucky day, bub.
You did a good job in Atlantis. Who knows? Atlanteans may even start to tolerate us surface dwellers. And that's why your next stop is his palace, in the Valley of Spirits. Yes, I want you to discuss things with Mandarin. Find out what the Masters of Evil are planning. Talk to Black Widow for additional information. Or see Mr. Wingfoot if you're ready to go now.
Colonel Fury, Red Roast is on line 6.
Nightcrawler. Cyclops. Storm.
X-Men!
Iron Man. Spider-Man. Captain America.
New Avengers!